All right, out at the range today, got the Prodigy DS Comp. Now I tell you what, I've never been more anxious about buying a gun than I have this one because of all of the negative publicity that surrounded the other one. Now with mine, the original, the full size, I had no issues. If you watch the channel, you know that. I put about 2,000 rounds through it. It was completely flawless, but I don't discredit others and the experience that they had with them. Seems like the magazines are still the same Duramag magazines. Some people say they were an issue. Not really sure. Again, I didn't have problems. I've already watched a couple of videos, people saying they had feeding issues. I'm going to be running some cheaper stuff, New Republic, but I've never had issues with this. And some S&B ammunition. I got the S&B in the larger magazine here. So some things different, I guess, about this one. Still comes in the same case as it did before, has a lock, but it did come with a mounting plate. This is not an extensive review of this gun. Literally, I just picked this up at the gun store. Like literally, I just picked it up. Has not been cleaned. Any oil or grease that's on it came that way from the factory, so beat me over the head about that. When I do the extensive review, I will tell you what this plate is for. My guess would probably be an RMR footprint, something like that. But either way, today we're just wanting to shoot it to see if it'll function and to see how this this comp aids in it shooting flatter. And it looks as though, I can't remember on the original, it looks as though it does have a front tritium field white dot night sight, suppressor height of course, and does have the serrated blacked out rear U-notch. So let's shoot it and see how she does. First shot's a little bit anxious about it. I mean, it's a $1,400 gun, so I want it to perform. So I'm going to start with the 20 round magazine. I assume this is 20 round, could be 21. I'm not completely sure about that either. Again, I literally just picked this up. This is first shots. This is not an extensive review, so if I miss a few things, whatever. I'm just trying to see if it functions, how it shoots, if the comp helps, all of those good things. So again, starting out with the 20 round mag, and this does have the S&B ammunition in it. So we're going to shoot the Texas Star, going to shoot at the 2 steel targets, kind of shoot for accuracy, but mostly just want to see if it'll function. Well, no problems. No hinted problems. When I dropped the slide, it didn't seem as though it would catch. I know I watched a video this morning from the Average Marksman, been watching him a lot lately, and he had some problems with it catching on the feed ramp. I did not have any of those issues. It did seem like it shut down, you know, with authority, if you will. And typically, I've been shooting a lot recently with red dots, and those were just irons, and I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, that I didn't miss any on the Texas Star. So that's pretty impressive with a set of irons. And I'll tell you what, the recoil on this thing is almost non-existent. So standing here, we're always at about 13 yards. That's a safe distance, I feel like, for not catching shrapnel off the steel. I'm sure we could shoot closer, but let's get the 17. Is it 17 round mag? Let's see, got it in, no. It's on the tailgate. We're gonna get the 17 round mag and try to film it from a different angle and see about the muzzle rise and the recoil, let you guys see that. So the first time I dropped it, I had the slide back and I dropped it with the slide lock. One thing I can tell you for sure is that it doesn't seem as though they addressed that. I know on the original one, there was a lot of complaints about the slide lock and it being inset so much into the frame that it was hard to manipulate, but that doesn't seem to have really changed. If they changed it at all, it wasn't by much. But I did drop the slide with the slide lock, which is what I saw some others doing when they were having issues. So this time I'm just going to rack it in. I got the 17 round mag in here, and I'm just going to rack it in straight out of the magazine. And then we're going to see about the recoil, muzzle rise, that kind of stuff. I'm just going to shoot on one single target. So no problem, we do have the New Republic ammunition in here, and I'm just going to shoot on one target. You know what, it's loud, which you kind of would expect sometimes with a comp. But that recoil, I mean, let me tell you this, the comp is really working. I can put it to you that way. It's super flat shooting, super fun to shoot, and the recoil is almost non-existent. I know that when you look back on it on camera, you'll be like, well, it flipped a little bit. Okay, well, it did. But if you were actually holding this, with it being a double stack and a thicker grip and everything like that, sometimes it's harder to get a more firm purchase on it, but it's almost non-existent on the recoil. Man, that was a blast to shoot. I tell you, I always liked my original Prodigy, but and I did end up selling it, although I never had issues with it. I just got tired of taking grief about it. But that's fun to shoot. I'm gonna let my wife shoot it because her favorite gun up until today was the AXG Legion from SIG. So we'll see if that changes after today. So let's get right on that. I don't know if you can hit that Texas Star, but we'll see. So she got the 17 rounder loaded up as per usual. She's already dropped the slide, knocked the safety up, and she's ready to go. So we ain't even gonna get no foreplay. So I guess we're just gonna get right after it. I mean, at 13 yards, you know.
That's a good shooter. That's smooth.
That's a smooth shooter, yeah. All right then. Well, she likes it. So let's shoot a little bit more and we'll wrap this thing up. I ain't want to spend too much time on it. Like I said, this is not a comprehensive review. We'll get to that later. Just literally just picked it up, trying to see how it performs. So I do have some Federal on the truck, and I really wanted to shoot it because I did shoot the Federal through my TTI Combat, which is compensated as well, but there's a big warning on the side of the box that says not to do it. Although I never had problems with it on the TTI, but I'm just not going to do it. So I got the 20 round magazine loaded up with the, looks like I have the New Republic in here. So I got it loaded up. I'm going to drop it with the slide lock again, make sure there's no catching or anything like that. And so far, what have we put through it? We've put
20, 40, 57, and then this.
57 with what you've put through it. Okay, 57 rounds. So I want to see, now one thing I noticed about the other Prodigy is it was nowhere near as fast as the Staccato P, my Staccato P. And what I mean by that is when I tried to shoot super fast, the trigger would seize up sometimes. So I want to see if that happens here. Right now I'm just going to shoot at the Texas Star some more. You guys are just going to look at me and the gun, unfortunately. And I am going to try to shoot a little faster and still stay on target. But then I'm just going to mag dump this 17 rounder and see how fast it is. If it's any faster than the original, we'll see what happens here. So again, no slop when it drives home. It seems to be going right into battery, no problems at all. So I'm gonna try to be on target, but just a little bit faster. 21 rounder. I only hit 2 on the Texas Star down there, so that was sucking a little bit. Although, because my wife said she wanted to get the whole Jeep in the picture, because this is her Jeep, I did back up about 2 yards, and I am shooting with the irons, and we lost the sun, and I'm still wearing shades, because it's the only thing I brought to the range today for eye protection. And God forbid that I don't wear it, because the trolls will come out of nowhere. But anyway, so 17 round mag, and I'm just gonna see how fast I could shoot it, because I was seasoning the trigger up on my original Prodigy, as in I was just out shooting it essentially. So let's see how fast it'll shoot, if it's anywhere close to the Prodigy. What do you want me to shoot at? Hey, listen, if I hit the target once, please don't nobody comment and say, oh, this dude only hit the target 1 time. I'm just trying to see how fast I can shoot it. How many times did I hit it? 2 times? You know, that's not bad. I mean, at first, what happened was I was hunting the reset. I was hoping to be able to manipulate that reset and really shoot it fast, but after the first couple of rounds, I really got on it. I don't know. Again, without having the staccato here, without having my Canic TTI here, there's no way for me to know. Without having my original Prodigy here, which unfortunately I sold, there's no way for me to know if it was actually faster or not. But I've shot it slow, I've shot it with S&B, I've shot it with the New Republic, and my wife has shot it. It's been flawless. I haven't had any issues where the mag seems to be sloppy when it goes forward, like I've seen in some other videos. She is very, very dirty. It does seem as though there was a ton of grease or something inside of the slide when I got it. She is super dirty, but I tell you, the only reason I was able to even come close to hitting it twice at shooting that fast was because of just how well it manages the recoil. Definitely way flatter shooting than the original Prodigy. I mean, you said that you liked it a lot. You know, you think, what about the smooth? Like, you think it was as smooth as the Legion?
It's just smooth as the Legion, yeah.
You think it's as smooth as the Legion? So, the AXG Legion, the full size, the 320 AXG Legion full size, that was her favorite. It's on her side of the bed, even though it was my birthday gift. And so, maybe this will be my favorite on your birthday. Today's her birthday. Say happy birthday. And then, so maybe I'll just take yours and put it on my side of the bed. Then maybe that'll be a fair trade-off. Either way, love the way the gun shot. I had no problems. I was a little bit anxious about it because, again, I do buy all of my own guns. Very, very few guns have we gotten from any manufacturer. I went out literally today, literally an hour ago, bought this gun. Out the door, it cost me $1,444, my money, not to mention the ammunition that I've spent to come out here and shoot this today. We did shoot off camera because we had a little glitch in the camera right before I shot that last 17 round magazine, which by the way was awesome, and I hit it 4 times instead of 2, but the camera stopped recording on us for some reason. Maybe I'll put that in a blooper video or something like that. So in total, we had put, how many did you say, even with the messed up? I don't know. We'll count the boxes. It's about 120, 130 rounds we put through it. Went off without a hitch, no problem. Again, not an extensive review. We will come out here and we will do a more extensive review. I'll get it on the tabletop, try to break it down a little bit, talk to you a little bit more about some of the features, internals, what I think about it over the original one, and in comparison to other double stack 1911s. But there was a small part of me that was hoping maybe it would have some malfunctions because that gets views, but there was a huge part of me that didn't want it to malfunction, that wanted it to shoot as beautifully as it has today, because again, I paid for it with my own money, so that you guys could see and try to determine and make a decision as to whether or not you would buy this firearm. We're going to shoot it some more off camera. I'm going to try to get, I'm not going to oil it, still dirty. We're going to shoot it some more off camera, do what you guys have already saw at the front of this video, lucky you, a little shooting compilation, We're going to try to get about 250 rounds total through it. We will report stop if there has been any issues, but so far, no issues after about 120 rounds or so. And thanks so much for watching. Please consider going over to Patreon and helping to support your favorite 2A channel. That's with me or anyone else on that platform. YouTube is really coming down hard on the amount of money that we can make and demonetizing our videos. So it really helps if you guys can consider going over and supporting us. $5, $10 a month, anything helps. Go over, check out gsquaredtactical.com, pick up some gear, hats, shirts. That also helps support us. Hit the thumbs up. Let everyone know where you can find the best blue collar reviews on YouTube. As you can see, this firearm became very dirty while out at the range today after putting 300 rounds through it without incident. No issues to report other than factory lubrication. It was not lubricated and or cleaned. Waiting on my RMR mounting plate to arrive in the mail, at which time I will get the optic mounted and back out to the range and on the tabletop for a more in-depth review. Thanks for watching and God bless.